this collective, there seems to be a theme of imbalance or lacking motivation for this collective, with the Knight of Diamonds coming in reverse for the theme of this reading or the focal point. The Knight of Diamonds upright is a card of determination, of motivation, so the focal point of this reading seems to be a lack of motivation, determination, or an imbalance. So upright, in their upright positions, Knight of Diamonds and the Lovers. The Lovers talk of balance, of harmony, of creating harmony between two seemingly opposing forces. So whether that's light and dark, whether that's motivation and rest, or action and rest, of determination and patience, right? And the Knight of Diamonds is a card where, or the Knight of Pentacles is, in this deck, it's called the Knight of Diamonds, is a card of determination, of motivation, of almost like this go-getter energy that's bordering on restlessness. And this card or this energy teaches us the importance of patience in pursuing things. But in their reversed positions, it seems to suggest a lack of motivation, a lack of determination, or a unwillingness to strike a balance, or strike while the iron is hot, right? Letting opportunities pass you. And with the Lovers in reverse, you're getting some of that similar energy of disharmony, of something being out of balance, almost like it can mean selfishness, but in this reading, it seems to be more along the lines of overindulgence in rest, or perhaps overindulgence in being passive and asking for some, this reading or the energy that they're asking you to move into is one of awakening, of doing the work and reaping the benefits, asking you to go into judgment, which the energy of judgment, which is of awakening, of doing the work and reaping the benefits, of, you know, getting yourself to a place of joy and peace, really, right? Like you really getting yourself to a place of peace and balance, and sharing that with others, allowing others to see that there's another way to do things. So really the story of the Judgment card is asking you to do the work or go on the adventure of an awakening, and allow that to reap the benefits that you were looking for and lost a sense of with everything going on here. And the energy it seems that you're coming in with, or you're receiving right now, is the Page of Wands reversed, which in its reversed position feels like a rush towards doing something when you're not even sure what you want to do, a rush towards like completing something, making a decision, or you know, going against really like what you want to do, feeling rushed into a decision. And this is asking you to be receptive of taking a little pause, taking a minute to make a reasonable decision, whether that's in your relationships, in your career, education, just taking a minute before you rush into something. And that's like the energy you're receiving from it is like one of being rushed or being pushed to do something, and you're very much reluctant. You don't want to do it, or perhaps you're more comfortable in this imbalanced energy where you're feeling unmotivated and mm, feeling unmotivated, but also that you don't necessarily want to do anything. Um, or you do want to do something, but it's just taking too much work. Uh, and so the judgment card, the energy that you're being asked to move into, is really one of that's asking you to take a look at yourself, like take a look inwards. It's one. So then the energy that is asking you to move into is one of introspection, of doing the work, um, and realizing that some things just don't make sense in life, and that life is chaos. But there are things that we can do. So how do you make that happen? This card really speaks to me about a spiritual awakening, or a discovering things about yourself, your patterns, and maturing from them. So this seems to be like you're right now in an energy of reluctance, or you feel this change coming on and you might be a little hesitant to break out of these blockages, but that this better time is coming. And it might require a little bit of work, but it's coming, and it seems like you will be up for the challenge when it does come. Often the way that judgment shows up in our life, the energy of judgment shows up in our life, is a sudden thing. It's sudden. Just like the loud noise and the dogs barking afterwards. It's a sudden thing that happens, and it's our reaction to it. And so we can either look at the thing that's happened and get consumed by it, or we can learn from it and grow and allow it to mature us. All right, now I'm gonna draw oracle cards for you guys from the Pythia Botanica deck by Layla and Olive. You got the cleanse, hyssop. So this card, it speaks of needing to clear your space, clear your mind, and even clear your energy from others' influence, right? From this Page of Cups, this rush that you feel from others to pursue something or make things official. The cleanse really talks about this, our energy being infected or invaded, our space being invaded by others, and how necessary it is for us to cleanse our space. Whether that means clearing things out, like cleaning. It is springtime, the time that I'm recording this, so perhaps some spring cleaning, cleaning out or cleansing our palate, whether, you know, if we have access to fresh fruits, vegetables, whole foods, incorporating more of those in our diet, cleansing our mind with meditation, with journaling, with positive self-talk, really, because when our mind and our space are invaded by others, it's really easy and almost instinctual from the ways that we've been socialized to take on really negative understandings of ourselves and what we're capable of, and perhaps even like what we're worth, right? What is meant for us. And with the judgment card being the energy that you're being asked to move into, a cleanse will really help um, clear out and understand some of where our restrictions and blocks are coming from. And so a cleanse doesn't necessarily mean like a detox that has been popularized by diet culture. What we're speaking of with cleanses here is um, incorporating things into our already existing systems, whether that's our nutrition systems, our mindfulness systems, the ways that we take care of ourselves, and ways that we show up for ourselves and others, even within our space, and asking us to reevaluate or reconsider things that we've taken as normal. Um, so back to the spring cleaning view, um, like to light candles. Lighting a candle while you clean can be very cleansing of the energy in your space. And I was just talking with a friend about cleansing energy the other day, and they had recommended the use of salt baths, um, Epsom salt baths, as a way to cleanse and rid our bodies and our spiritual bodies of energy that's not ours, or energy that's not helping us in our journey. Yeah, so I think for this collective, it would be really beneficial to um, find a way that helps us feel grounded and clear. Whether that for you is meditating with a light, um, cleaning with the light candle on, um, journaling on what feels clear to you. Even if nothing feels clear right now, because I'm getting a lot of fogginess in your reading, like a mental fog or an emotional fog, and ways to clear that can be with books, with writing, with meditation, and also doing mindfulness activities. So that doesn't mean any activity in particular, but mindfulness in everything that you do. So if you're making yourself a cup of coffee in the morning, being really aware of how you're making your coffee and allowing that to be like a cleansing process for you, where you can focus, come into your body, and clear some of the fog by just focusing on what you're doing. If you're washing dishes, being really focused on like feeling, what does it feel like to wash the dishes? What does the water feel like? Is it warm? Is it a little cooler? What do the dishes feel like before and after you've put soap and washed them? How do they look different? What does the water look like before it touches the dishes and after? So that kind of awareness in small parts of your life can end up having a larger impact, where you're feeling more clear overall. All right. I hope this reading has been helpful. Please take what resonated and leave what didn't. If there's other interpretations that you have from these cards, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to talk and discuss more, because tarot is a practice that is between the practitioner, the person reading, and the person receiving the reading. And so its meanings are built together. So if anything else came out while I was reading this for you that you'd like to mention, please do. If something resonated really deeply, also please let me know. I would love to be a part of your journey in whatever capacity that's welcomed. All right. Thank you for being here, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.